welcome to the second instalment of the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship. For the first time ever, our drivers are gracing the south countryside here at Pembrey Circuit. And with not a cloud in the sky, it looks like it's going to be a good weekend ahead. So before we jump into all of the action here, let's have a quick look back at what happened at Silverstone.
Grey skies here for the opening round of the season, but the track about to be lit up by the Fiesta Junior Championship on board with Abby Locke, who gets away well. It's a super start from defending champion Magnus Krickleby. We've got Joel Wren into second place. Ollie Turner is third. So coming down into Brooklands, challenge from Ted Potts on Alfie Glennie. Glennie spins around, he's facing the traffic. And that has caught out Abby Locke. I think she's continued, and hopefully Alfie Glennie will be able to continue as well. Well, it's the last lap, and these two have been cat and mouse all the way through. It's Ollie Turner out front, but here comes Magnus Krickleby, returning the favour from earlier on, goes down the inside line. They've been side by side for a lap already, and Turner has got the inside line as they come towards Baggots. He's going to take the apex on the left-hand side of your screen. Krickleby's still there, he's on the inside, and Turner's going to brave it out as they go round the outside of Beckett's. He's got his nose in front, they make a little bit of rubbing contact. It's the race car consultant's car versus the Jam Sport Samco machine. Turner has got the line on the left-hand side of the track. That's the inside line, the racing line into Brooklands. He could consolidate the lead here. I can't see Krickleby as I look over to the right. He's on the left now as we face them coming down to Brooklands, and it looks like Turner's got the line. Krickleby will try and take a faster line into the corner now. He's taking a wider line as they come into Luffield. He'll look for the gap on the cutback, but Turner is wise to that. There was a tiny gap there. That would have meant the Dane would have had to go on the grass. He didn't want to do that, and it's Turner who leads out of Woodcote. He's going to take his first win in the Fiesta Junior Championship. Turner takes the checkered flag. There it is, his first win, and he beats the defending champion. Race 2 was just as good. The wiper blades were on. They all got away to a good start, and we were expecting the battle once again to be between the defending champion Krickleby and the man who won the opening race of the year, Ollie Turner. And that's pretty much how it played out. In race number 1, it was Turner who got fastest lap. Krickleby managed to get the fastest lap here in race 2, but it was to be a double for the youngster from Evesham, the Jam Sport run car, who managed to just keep that gap ahead of the Danish youngster who'd won the championship in 2018. So it was a double for the 22 car as he crossed the line to the delight of his pit crew, and on a fantastic race to get the season underway. First time for the championship at Pembrey, and I know the drivers and families and teams very excited about being here. And it's Joel Wren who sets the pace in qualifying from newcomer Joseph Loke. Ted Potts on row 2, then Alfie Glennie next to him, Abby Locke and Ollie Turner complete the grid. Perfect conditions, 5-second board shown. We're ready to go racing here. Immaculately prepared cars right the way down the grid. It's a super start from Joel Wren in pole position. Ollie Turner from 6, getting away well. Alfie Glennie just ahead of him. Joseph Loke in the blue car with the yellow square and black novice cross on. It's his first race. Welcome to the championship, Joseph. And he's right in the mix, starting on the front row of the grid, and coming through is Abby Locke, looking to try and get past Ollie Turner. And you can see they're side by side at the moment. Ted Potts is second, Joel Wren the race leader. Alfie Glennie running in third place there in red at the moment. Ollie Turner championship leader by 7 points from Magnus Krickleby. Magnus not with us. Ted Potts is joint third with Joel Wren and Abby Locke in the championship. You can see the top positions have settled down at the moment. Joseph Loke is in 4th position, so from a second place start, first time out doing well. There's Alfie Glennie, and Loke busy challenging hard, runs wide over the curbs there with Abby Locke running in 6th place at the moment. The 15-year-old from Woodbridge goes to Kesgrave High School. Such a great learning ground though, the Fiesta Junior Championship, on board with Ollie Turner, and Joseph Loke has a moment, got a little bit crossed up through Honda corner. Wow, good job we got a long run off here. The key thing for Joseph Loke there is that you find your limit. He found it, he went over it, but now he knows where the limit is. He's going to have to try and chase down Abby Locke. So the 14-year-old back on track. entered and prepared by Race Car Consultants, the 84 car. Learning experience for him. Down through Hatchets, recovering nicely. Alfie Glennie trying to close in on Ted Potts in the 55 car, the youngster from Heathfield in Sussex in the old Lotus livery that you can see there. Ironic that he's got Lotus livery because Abby Locke's family actually run a Lotus concern, Lotus specialists in Woodbridge. So there's a lot of Lotus influence on the grid, and Ted Potts is running well. Say one of 3 drivers joined 3rd in the championship, but Alfie Glennie wants to try and sort that out, and he's looking up on the inside line in red and is going to go through, and Ollie Turner's made up 2 places. He's there in the 22 car. Glennie goes into 2nd position. Ted Potts relegated to 3rd, but will want to fight back. Going down in towards Honda corner, which is where Joseph Loke had his moment earlier on. Out front, driving well, is Joel Wren. He's getting away from them, but Alfie Glennie's just set fastest lap. 1 minute 15.881, so he is the fastest lap setter, and of course establishes lap record for the category here. Look at the 22 car, championship leader Ollie Turner, the Evesham-based youngster, entered by Jam Sport. 2 wins at Silverstone, as we saw. Could try and close in, but it's Joel Wren in the 41 machine who's got away, and he's got a very good lead here. Alfie Glennie trying to close in. There is Wren, looking very good. It was Crickley who set the pole position time at Silverstone, so Wren makes it 2 different drivers in 2 meetings. At the moment, if Glennie holds on to fastest lap, we'll have had 3 different drivers with fastest lap in the championship in the first 3 races. Wren is clear. Alfie Glennie 2nd. Now up into 3rd is Ollie Turner, so this isn't too shabby from the back of the grid after the engine change. He'll want to get higher up if he can. We saw the black and white flag going out, which might be for track limits. I'm getting nothing on the timing screen to say that a penalty has been imposed for anybody. So just a warning at the moment from the clerk of the course, just telling them to maybe think about that. But here we go on board with the 2nd place car, Alfie Glennie. A brace of 5th positions at Silverstone, so this is a step up onto the podium. This is a new piece of tarmac they're on here. 90-degree bend, which is the club corner, the Clubmans corner they call it, which I think is new this year. Since several Formula race on it, it does give us another opportunity to slow down the run into the S's, but these drivers won't know anything about the S's because they haven't raced here before. Glennie in P2, Joel Wren still the race leader and trying to get that fastest lap back, and as you can see, Ollie Turner is closing up a little bit now on Alfie Glennie, wants to get up to get another place and extend that championship lead. He's going to get away from Magnus Crickley, who's not racing this weekend. At the moment, Joel Wren is going to take 2nd position in the championship. On board with Ollie Turner again. Down the main straight, called the Park Straight, fastest part of the circuit, into the slowest corner, which is Hatchett's hairpin. He goes on the brakes, down the gears, turns in, makes a good job of that. Very neat and tidy. Still trying to close down on the 27 car. Alfie Glennie, the youngster from Cranbrook, in the Acorn Plant and Tool Hire backed car. Alfie looks like he's on for a 2nd position. Joel Wren, the JW Motorsport entered man, ex-junior saloon car championship front runner, goes to Debden Park High School, comes from Lawton, but there is Ollie Turner, Samco Sport, Jam Sport prepared car, the man from Evesham, still chasing hard and closing in. How close is he going to get to Alfie Glennie by the end of the race? We're into the closing stages of this first 15-minute race here, round 3 of the 2019 BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship, racing with MRF Tyres. You can see Joseph Loke in the back of shot has recovered real well from that moment off at Honda, and he's in 4th. Ted Potts is 5th. Abby Locke is in 6th position. So they're all still running, they're all learning this track, which is superb. We've still got Glennie with the fastest lap, but Joel Wren is on course here for a maiden Fiesta Junior win. We ride on board with the race leader. You can see the start-finish complex over on the far side there on this shot as we go through De Benny, past the crossover point, now onto the Clubman's link. Here is the 41 car. As I mentioned before, 41 car championship winning number in previous years in the hands of Aaron Thompson, racing Clio Cup these days with Westbourne Motorsport. But here comes Wren, who hasn't put her foot wrong since qualifying on pole position, and will add to the 3rd place he scored in race 2 at Silverstone, the 6th position in race 1. A good points haul here for him. And along Speedway Straight towards Woodlands Corner, where he is now, heading towards Honda. Just the one corner to negotiate for Joel Wren, who will see the checkered flag. Here he comes out of Honda across the grid lines. The checkered flag is readied and waved there as Joel Wren takes his first win in the championship. Our congratulations to him. Alfie Glennie is about 6 seconds behind. Oliver Turner comes through from 6 on the grid to bag a podium. Following him, Joseph Loke, 4th on his debut. Great drive from him. Ted Potts in 5th, and Abby Locke completing our runners in 6th position.
You've got to be happy with the result and your first ever win in Fiestas.
Yeah, I'm really happy. It's a good race, good start. Yeah, just led the rest of the race, saved the car a little bit, but yeah, it was really good.
First podium of the year, you must be thrilled.
I'm absolutely thrilled. The car was mega. Yeah, mechanics set up, everything was perfect. Yeah, so it was brilliant race, fastest lap. Can't believe it, really.
You started last, but you came 3rd. You've got to be happy.
Yeah, I'm well pleased with that. Had an interesting race with someone sending it up the inside. Wasn't expecting it at all, but yeah, I managed to secure 3rd. But we have a bit of pace problems. We need to sort that out for the next race. So yeah, it should be interesting for the next one.
Final race is about to get underway here for the Fiesta Junior Championship, and Joel Wren is starting on pole position again. Seems to manage to get to grips with the circuit much better than his competitors. But does that mean he's going to be on the top spot again for the final race? We'll have to wait and see. But Richard, we're going to hand it over to you to run us through all the action.
Thanks, Lyndsay. Is it going to be a double this weekend for Joel Wren? Pole position, race 1 win, and therefore starting on pole position for race 2 with Alfie Glennie for company. Oliver Turner on row 2 with Joseph Loke, Ted Potts and Abby Locke completing our grid. Again, perfect conditions. We're going to be looking at lap times. Lights go out, no time to say any more in build-up because we are Fiesta Junior racing. Wren makes a perfect start, slotting into 2nd is Alfie Glennie. 3rd place is Ollie Turner as they go down into Hatchets for the first time. Joseph Loke is 4th, then Ted Potts and Abby Locke in 6th place. They've all made a good start. They've all made it through Hatchets as well. I can tell you this, there can often be in other Formula a big skirmish going down there into the hairpin, but they've all done well and they're all looking in very good order. Ollie Turner's going to be keen to get further up on the podium here, but the 2 men in front of him, just a reminder of their credentials at this meeting. Wren, of course, the pole position setter for race 1, so he knows he's quick around here, and Alfie Glennie, fastest lap, therefore lap record holder from race 1, knows that he has the pace as well. For Turner's point of view, he knows he's the championship leader, and he also knows he came through from 6 on the grid in race number 1. So we'll see how this pans out. It's got the makings of another great Fiesta Junior race. Joel Wren, the race leader. Glennie coming under pressure here from Ollie Turner. Is he going to look at the inside line? No, he's following in wheel for wheel at the moment. Early stages of this 15-minute race, so there is time, but Turner will want to make a move and get up into 2nd position if he possibly can. There's a moment there for Abby Locke coming out of Honda. Same corner where we saw the problem for Joseph Loke in race number 1. Joseph went to the outside. Abby has a little spin, so I think she's found her limit. If you talk to different teams in different formulae, some drivers say, yeah, you can do Honda curve flat out, and I'm not sure if that's the case with the Fiesta Juniors. Well, I need to ask the drivers and teams whether that is the case before they come again next time. But Abby recovering well, and we'll get her confidence back and start to pop in some good lap times. It's freeing up Ted Potts in the black and gold car to have a little nibble now at Joseph Loke for 4th position, and Ted looking racy there at the moment, starting to put him under pressure. Now we've got Ollie Turner up into 2nd place, Alfie Glennie down to 3rd. Turner will begin the chase to hunt down Joel Wren, So it's the two blue and yellow cars first and second at the moment, as we watch Ted Potts busy chasing and challenging for fourth position. Turner, Glennie, Loke in only his second motor race. What a superb formula this is for giving youngsters the chance to come and race in a cost-effective manner. But look at the lead that Joel Wren has got in the opening stages of this race. And Ollie Turner really has got to get his head down now and try to close in. Joel Wren's just set the fastest lap, a 1:16.249, compares with the 1:15 by that man Alfie Glennie in race number 1. So Glennie will hold on to the lap record here. It's a nice thing to have on your racing CV, that you've got a lap record anywhere. Admittedly, first time that the cars have raced here, but it has been a wonderful weekend in the sunshine. Not too far away from the beach as well here at Pembrey. So Glennie now coming under pressure from Joseph Loke, who's adapting very well indeed to these cars, having raced karts as many drivers do. You don't have to race karts before you come into car racing. You can have tutelage from any number of sources and teams and come into racing as a complete novice, and many of the junior championships in the UK do allow that and encourage that. But here we come, Glennie still being chased by Joseph Loke, and back with the race leaders. So that's third and fourth, Glennie and Loke, and still out front at the moment is Joel Wren. So Wren possibly being caught by Ollie Turner, but Wren still with the fastest lap of the race as we look at the battle for third. On board with the race leader. Now that doesn't sound healthy for Joel Wren, who is slowing up, and there's the proof of that, because going through is Ollie Turner into the lead, and Joel Wren has got an issue. That, I think, is going to be a retirement for him. We've already sadly lost Ted Potts from the race as well. So a second retirement of the race, and the race 1 winner and pole position man Joel Wren is out. That now, just championship points wise, that's going to drop him to 4th in the standings. Potts will be 5th. Glennie and Turner are going to be fighting it out for the championship lead, but heartbreak for Joel Wren, a 15-year-old from Lawton in Essex, is out of it. He'll have to try and come back at Cadwell Park next time out, 12th of May weekend, so please feel free to join us for that if you can. But now we've got Ollie Turner, the race leader, and what's his lap times doing? Well, we said the best was a 1:16.2, and Ollie Turner's consistently in the 16s as well, a best so far of 1:16.6, which was on lap 5, the lap before Joel Wren retired. So as we suspected, he was catching Joel Wren, and we might have had a cracking race on between those two, but now Turner's just got to get his head down and see how much he can pull away from Alfie Glennie, who's still in second position, and watch for the red car coming through. But I tell you what, he's got very close attendance at the moment of Joseph Loke right behind him. But we're also getting on the timing screen that there was some jump starts, and Abby Locke and Alfie Glennie are going to pick up time penalties on the screen for false starts. So what we see on track might not be how things wind up in the official result, but in the meantime we will simply enjoy the race between these two. So it's Glennie still in second position, and Joseph Loke learning about his racing first time out here, first race meeting for him. Here comes Turner down the straight in towards Hatchett's again. Loke now up into second position, the race car consultant. What a debut for Joseph Loke, up into P2. Is it going to be a podium finish for him first time out, and not just a third place but up into second here? No time penalty applied to him. Remember, Alfie Glennie has got one. Difficult for the youngsters when the nerves are jangling to get starts, and you'll see plenty of things like that going on in the world of senior racing as well, without a position starts and so on and so forth. The officials well placed here at Pembrey, overlooking the start-finish line to pick that sort of thing out. Here is Turner, though, the race leader, as Joel Wren, left of screen, comes down the pit lane. Is he going to be able to rejoin and maybe get a little bit of testing? I'm wondering if that's what the plan is. But Ollie Turner this is going to be very handy for championship points. By my reckoning, we'll go on to 194 points. Alfie Glennie, staying where he is, will be second in the championship on 162. Abby Locke will be third. Abby Locke's been so consistent, she's going to have 148 points here. After, if she can stay where she is in fourth position at the moment, keep the finish, that's going to be great news for Abby Locke, with Joel Wren on 129, but with the DNF we don't take into account the drop scores at this early stage of the season. 16 rounds to be negotiated. We're at Cadwell Park next time out, as I mentioned. We've got Snetterton to look forward to in May, Brands Hatch in July, Anglesey Circuit on the weekend of the 18th of August, then followed by Silverstone International and the Brands Hatch Ford Festival in October, which was originally the traditional home for the end of the season for these cars, the Formula Ford Festival. And we don't look forward to the end of the season, but because we enjoy it as it goes on. But it's a superb event to wind things up. That is the last lap board going out now for Ollie Turner, and he goes from lap 11 on to lap 12 of this 15-minute race. And he's got a lead of 4.5 seconds going down through Hatchets. He's clear, he's got nothing to worry about. Joseph Loke still second. Alfie Glennie is in third and still trying to hunt him down. And of course, even though with the penalty, he might not be able to wind up second on the official result, he'll want to be second on the road. So if he can get past Joseph Loke, catch him and get past him, he will do that. Meanwhile, Turner's got nothing to worry about. And still a learning experience here for Ollie Turner, because as you saw in the highlights of the Silverstone race, he had to fight all the way in both races with Magnus Krickleby. And in this race, it's been a lonely one, but this is a lesson in keeping your concentration as a driver. He hasn't got anybody immediately behind him, he hasn't got anybody to focus on in front, so nobody in close proximity. So it's all about concentrating on his laps and just making sure he doesn't make a mistake. And a lot of racing drivers will tell you that this is the kind of time when you can make a mistake, but he doesn't look like doing that. It's a perfect sweep through Honda Curve and to come down towards the checkered flag to win round 4 of the championship, a third win of the year for Ollie Turner. Joseph Loke is impressive on his debut and takes second. Alfie Glennie grabs another podium and secures second in the championship table with third place. And it's going to be Abby Locke who will take fourth position in the 26 car. Confirmation of the result: Turner, Loke, Glennie and Locke. Hard lines to Joel Wren and Ted Potts. They'll be back at Cadwell Park. Fastest lap of the race to Joel Wren.
You started third, you've come first, but third win of the season already.
Yeah, well, still a shock to me. Honestly, I'm still happy that I've got the win, but we've had some problems all weekend with the engine, but the Jam Sport boys managed to get me out for the second race, and it's all fine again. And yeah, it's cracking to have a third win. So yeah, and whilst my sponsors are here as well, so yeah, I want to thank Samco Sport as well.
Joseph, you must be so overwhelmed. First weekend out of the Fiestas and you're already on the podium.
Yeah, I just can't believe it. Like, fourth time in the car this weekend, and I just don't know where that came from, really. So,
Alfie, talk me through that race.
Yeah, I had a brilliant start. Car started to go off towards the end, but it's just the tyres. Had quite a lot of understeer towards the end, but it was a good race. Happy to get on the podium again and looking forward to Cadwell.